is happening, my friends? Welcome to the UFC weigh-ins. Ariane, Brittany, professional hot chicks. Dana White, without him, none of this would be possible. Joe Silva, matchmaker extraordinaire. Bruce Buffer, the voice of the Octagon, and Burt Watson, babysitter to the stars. We got a banging card for you, ladies and gentlemen. We will kick things off live on Facebook in the flyweight division. Chris Harriasso versus John Moraga. First up on the scale, John Moraga. 126. 125. That's a hell of a way to get things cracking, ladies and gentlemen. Chris Harriasso and John Moraga. Next up, it gets even better in the featherweight division. Leonard Bad Boy Garcia versus Max Blast Holloway. 145 for Mr. Holloway. 146 for Mr. Garcia. Max Holloway and Leonard Garcia, ladies and gentlemen. Next up in the heavyweight division, Phil DeFries versus Todd Duffy. 249 for Mr. Duffy. 245 for Mr. DeFries. Todd Duffy and Phil DeFries, ladies and gentlemen, live on Facebook. Next up, the UFC prelims on FX. We kick things off in the lightweight division. Michael Johnson versus Miles Jury. 155. 154 with a party hat and glasses. What's up? Miles Jury and Michael Johnson, ladies and gentlemen. Next up in the lightweight division, Melvin Gillard versus Jamie Varner. 155. 155 for the young assassin. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen, Jamie Varner and Melvin Gillard. Moving on to the bantamweight division, Eric Perez versus Byron Bloodworth. 136. 136. Bantamweight action, ladies and gentlemen, Byron Bloodworth and Eric Perez. Next up, to top things off on FX, we got a hell of a fight in the bantamweight division. Brad Pickett versus Eddie Wineland. 135. 136 for Mr. Pickett. Eddie Wineland and Brad Pickett, ladies and gentlemen, give them a big round of applause. Next up, the pay-per-view card, starting things off in the middleweight division. The return of Chris the Crippler Lehman versus Derek Brunson. 185. 185 for the Crippler. First fight on pay-per-view, ladies and gentlemen, Chris Lehman and Derek Brunson. Next up, also in the middleweight division, Yushin Thunder Okami versus Alan the Talent Belcher. 186 for Mr. Belcher. 184 for Mr. Okami. and gentlemen. Next up, also in the middleweight division, the Barbarian Tim Bouts versus Costa Philippou. 186 for Mr. Philippou. 186 for Mr. Bouts.